All right, so let's talk about branding and brand development. How do we develop a strategic brand identity? One that brings awareness to not only just our family and friends, but our target market audience. How do we do that? Well, the brand process is built around 7 basic phases, and we're going to talk about all 7 of those right now. The brand team development, business analysis, audience analysis, brand positioning, creative and messaging development, implementation, maintenance, and measurement. So basically, we're going to start with number 1, the brand team development. Successful branding initiatives start with the creation of the brand team. It is important to put together a group of people that not only see the vision of your company or the vision of your products and services, but they also understand the benefits. They actually believe and are knowledgeable in the product, and they are able to actually go out and give incentive by how they speak, talk, text, type, whatever you want to say to that target audience. So you want to have brands that are developed from imperatives created by the organization's leadership, but they're articulated and carried out by the people who make up the organization. So again, the team that you put together is very important as to how effective your branding team will be. Pulling together a cross-organization team to create the brand not only helps provide valuable insight into the organization, but it will help with launching and maintaining the brand. And it'll make it easier through the initial participation process. It'll be easier to bring awareness because there's more than just you yelling, hey, look at me. Oh, come see this over here. Oh, this product is great. There'll be other people to actually help you build on that initiative and push that information out to the masses. The second phase is conduct business analysis. By understanding what the clients hope to achieve, their strengths and weaknesses, their competition, and the environment in which they are conducting their business, designers can begin to develop meaningful solutions. You can be able to actually really sit back and create a unique product because you've taken the time to actually see what other businesses are conducting. You actually took the time out to see what your competition is doing in the environments in which they are actually conducting their businesses in. Now, this can be challenging, of course, as getting clients to express their needs is often difficult. So clients are sometimes too close to their work to be objective, and designers often end up getting partial or misdirected information as a result. But through questioning, designers can help clients discover brand solutions that are aligned with their business goals. So by going out, doing that research, speaking with designers or product developers, as well as your clients, you'll be able to get a better understanding of those solutions that people make to align with their business goals that actually make them successful. Business analysis centers use 3 key areas when they do these analysis. They look at the mission, the competition, and the business environment. Again, it's very important to look at where you're working and how you're working at all times. I stress that when we go through these courses with this information, we are not only looking to improve our businesses and sources of income, but ourselves in general as a whole. It is very important to the success of your actual business. And there are plenty of basic business analysis tools that can be adopted by owners, designers, developers to help them gather valuable insight into these areas, including the vision and mission statements, your SWOT analysis, which we talked about in our business plan, the PST analysis and goal prioritizations. These tools provide a common language between designers and business owners and help to frame decisions around strategic questions. So if the business owners are actually hiring people to conduct these analyses for them, it's important that we make sure that we're asking the right questions, that we are talking to the right people so that we actually get information that can actually be strategic and assisting us with moving forward with our business analysis. Now, phase 3, we want to conduct an audience analysis. We need to look at our target market, who we're trying to actually reach, who we want to actually be loyal customers or to our products and services. So people are the reason the businesses and organizations exist and are ultimately determining whether an organization succeeds or if it fails in the marketplace. So again, your clients and your customers are some of the most important people you're going to encounter while doing business. That's why some places have the slogan that the customer is always right, because it is very much so about making sure that you meet the needs of your client or your customer. Otherwise, your business or organization will fail in the marketplace. So as organizations look towards branding for strategic advantage, a greater emphasis is put on understanding how brand design motivates the audience. Again, brand design, making things look appealing aesthetically to right to the eye. When someone sees it, they want it. It's bright, it's popping, the bottle is pretty, it glitters, or it's a beautiful glass and it shines and simmers, or I can see right through it. Or maybe your food presentation is awesome and everything looks delicious in your pictures, whatever, what have you. You want to make sure that when people see it, they want it. Product design motivates your customers. It motivates your target audience. When combined with business analysis, audience research fills in the who, what, and the why of the brand puzzle. Who, what, and why. So who's buying? What they're buying and why they're buying is the parts of the puzzle that we need to fill in when we are finding out about conducting audience analysis. This is the information that you should gain from that research. Now, phase 4, developing a brand positioning. Positioning speaks to the competitive nature of branding. By providing a unique value to audiences, organizations carve out a piece of the market that they try to own and sustain, meaning I want people to know I'm here, I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to hold down this fort. I'm going to make sure that I continue to serve my customers. I'm going to make sure that I continue branding and expanding and bringing awareness to what we are doing here and why we are doing it. Determining the organization's point of differentiation is the core of the branding. It is very important to the process. Positioning also speaks to the promise an organization makes with its audience. So your position and how you sustain your business is going to solidify how your company revenue and results are driven by your target market. It is very important to understand that your position and how you operate, how you sustain your company is going to actually say whether or not you are able to sustain a loyal client or customer base. The ability of an organization to follow through on the promise essentially makes or breaks the organization's audience relationships. So we want to make sure that we are keeping good relationships with our customers, with our clients, with our employees, with our suppliers, with all the people that we deal with that makes up our organization, that in any type of way is connected to our branding position. We want to make sure that we are maintaining great relationships with all people that are part of those aspects of our business. Phase 5, we want to create a consistent messaging and visual style. You want to have your logo, your trademarks, whatever your company colors are, whatever your different signs or things that you may make to print, to post out for your company, whether it's on billboards and magazines, online campaigns, flyers, the traditional way that we reach people, or even if it's word of mouth, visual or verbal elements that communicate the brand position, attract, intrigue, and convince audiences to engage with the brand. So it is very important that you maintain a consistency with these different things, whether it's verbal elements, including the vision and mission statements, the name of the brand, the taglines that you use, the brand positioning statement. The visual elements include your logo, your typography, colors, shape, and the overall look and feel of the communications and environments of your company. These things stick in the minds of your customers and your clients. These things are what's going to run back to them when they think of you or they look at your product, or if they're trying to tell somebody about a service they had. These are all the things that will come up in their mind when they try to direct somebody to you or try to recommend your services or products. These are the things that they're going to keep in mind. These are the things that they will communicate. Now, phase 6. Launching and evaluating the brand. It's one of the biggest challenges in implementing a brand's positioning is getting the organization to buy into the direction and adopt the messaging and creative direction prescribed. Everyone may not agree, especially if you're a corporation that has many different leadership parts. Everyone may not agree on exactly the different stance that your company may take. So it's important that you make sure that everyone is on the same page, because branding has to be represented by everyone that's involved. That's why we have company t-shirts and logos and on company cars, stickers and magnets, things of that nature. Everyone needs to have a uniformity in the company when it comes to branding. And this is why it's extremely important to make the branding process as collaborative as possible, inviting all of the organization to participate in defining the direction. Again, you want everyone to be able to agree on what's going on and make sure that you have the support and everyone can help to create this dynamic and unique branding opportunity and position for the company. Implementation includes communicating the brand position and brand verbal and visual assets to the internal audience, meaning the people that are within the company, along with style guides and online access to brand assets. This phase also requires brand education to take place, meaning that you have to make sure that everybody understands the who, what, whens, wheres, and whys of things happening within the company for the branding so that everyone can go in that same direction. Again, it's important to make sure that everyone is on the same page when we are doing marketing and branding for our businesses. Once the brand is implemented, the focus needs to shift from creating to maintaining the brand. One of the most common issues organizations face is degrading of the brand over time. We have to make sure that we keep the integrity, we keep the value intact of our company, our brand, our products and services. It's important that, again, everyone understands the value, which is why we go over this in the beginning of the course. Value has to be understood and engraved in the hearts and minds of everyone that's a part of your products and services. It is important that your employees, that the managers, supervisors, anyone, bankers, sponsors, investors, everyone needs to understand the value of your brand in order to maintain and sustain the direction of the brand. Branding is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So it's important to make sure that the health of the brand direction is maintained at all times, all the while being aware of subtle changes in the competitive environment that may need to be considered. So there can be adjustments that may be made over time in order to improve your brand, but we never degrade the brand. We never devalue the brand. We never neglect the brand. When we neglect the brand, we neglect the business. When we neglect the business, we neglect our customers. When we neglect our customers, we begin to neglect ourselves. It all works together. We need every part of it to be consistent in order for the success of the business to be a constant result. In order for there to be a reasonable expectation of gain, it is important that you take seriously how you brand your company. So take a look at the rest of the lessons. Think about everything that I said. Begin to think of different ways that you can brand your company and the ways that you begin to start to launch and evaluate your brand. Make note of it. You're going to need that information soon.